Hi, this is Aditi. I'm from ETimes. It's really nice seeing you guys here. Firstly, I really love the authenticity that both of you have brought into the show. Upload is out and out refreshing, fun, and a very light-hearted watch. I want to know from each of you what were your biggest takeaways from the show so far? Starting with Robbie.
Wow, my biggest takeaways from the show. I think, we premiered in March of 2020, which was definitely the weirdest time in my lifetime. And I think it was one of those times where people were looking for an escape. And obviously, there were much more important things going on in the world than our TV show. But it was really nice to be able to hear from people who were like, I was just, kind of in a dark place, and I found this show, and it was, it gave me 10 episodes. It gave me a 5-hour escape, and that just meant a lot to me to hear people kind of and having that little thing. And that was really cool. And I think that it's, our show just gets more and more, prevalent in real life, with our reliance on social media and on technology. And I think Greg does such a great job of not painting a one-sided picture. It's kind of a gray area of some of it's good, some of it's bad. You may see it this way, I may see it that way. And I think that's honest and it's interesting. And then he balances all these tones and genres together with the comedy and the romance and the drama and the sci-fi and the satire. And I just find myself thinking I'm really lucky to get to work on a show with such great people. So
What about you, Andy?
Well, Robbie stole my answer. So
yeah, I only said everything.
I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, I'll cross that off. I'll say that. Oh, he said, okay. I think the biggest takeaway, one of them, and seconding everything Robbie said, but it really is that getting to work on a set and with a crew and a cast that everybody is on top of their game and everybody wants to create something that is fun and light and we really are in it to create something amazing, and you can feel that. So when we show up to work, it's one of the funnest sets I've been on, and so being able to, the takeaway is that we have as much fun making this as we get watching it, and that others get watching it. So there's so much love in it, and I think you can feel that as a viewer, and just for us being part of it.
Andy, I really love the dynamics of the sweet relationship between Nathan and Nora. How do you reflect on that? It's a very sweet friendship, or, how do I explain it? How do you reflect on it?
Yeah, it's one of those things, of how funny the world works of bringing two people together that couldn't be more different and are from such different, he's dead, like she's alive. There's a lot of things that are like, okay, whoa. But then you get to see how they find qualities about each other that are similar, but they also bring out the best in each other. And that I think is a sign of a true friendship, and something that's really beautiful and human, in that we get to see the best in each other, but also bring out the best in each other. Nora's mad at Nathan right now because he ghosted her. So it's hard for me to also, she told him that she left him, and he said nothing.
With a single tear.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah. So, Robbie, there's a beautiful moment in episode 7 where Nathan says that he wouldn't go back to the world where he came from because he learns to embrace those human relationships in that world. So how do you look at it?
I think what's really nice about that is people will go through things like Nathan dying and being uploaded. Obviously not quite to that extent, but people will go through things that they think is a bad experience or a negative. And it's not for a little bit of time before that reveals itself to be something that brought on something so much better. So, it's one of those classic things where it's like, what would you tell your younger self? And I got that question a lot in season 1 or something along those lines. And I always kind of came back to, probably nothing, because if I screwed something up and it didn't allow me to learn the lessons that got me here, then I don't know the person I would be. And I think that Nathan saying he wouldn't go back really shows the what he's learned from Nora, and the fear of, if he loses that, does he stay the person that he was before he came here? And is it worth not knowing, and the ignorance is bliss, and living the life that he used to have that he thought was really great? Or is he more fulfilled now, and he's living a more thoughtful life? And I think that's something people can relate to, and I think it's honest, and I think it's really interesting.
True. So thank you so much, guys, for doing this with me. I had a great time chatting with you, and I'm really looking forward to season 2. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Take care.